Hello. Yeah, it's been a long time. There are reasons for that. I have started a new job and I graduated from my master's and I finished the first draft of my next book, which funnily enough is actually a pirate book, and I want to query it because I self-published my last book and I've been like doing a load of events selling it at different places. But this one, I feel really good about this one. It's not been inspired by One Piece or anything. I've always had this idea of this pirate book. I've been writing this pirate, I had this idea for this pirate book since like 2016. So, completely different book. It's a whole first draft, which is crazy to think about, but yeah. But I've been watching the anime and I've almost caught up on myself with the arcs, so I'm like, I need to get in. So what we're gonna do to make this video a bit longer, to try and get myself back in, because I think this is the Amazon Lily arc. I think that's only like 2 volumes. So I'm gonna do Amazon Lily and the Impel Down arc together, and then the next 2 I'm gonna do together to make it thin. But during that, I actually have got the Barate Lego One Piece, and I'll probably do that in between. I've been doing a bag each day because it's gonna take forever. So I've done one part, that's like a part, and then I've done like the base. So they're all in like little parts from my desk at the moment, but go ahead, and I am itching to get back into One Piece and finally read a bit more. So let's go. So I'm about halfway through the volume. I have just had my dinner in between. But so Luffy's landed on this island full of women, and he accidentally ate some mushrooms because it's Luffy and he doesn't think, and so these women bring him back, and they kind of don't realise he's a man until they remove everything, and then they're all questioning him. And then we get introduced to Boa Hancock, who is another warlord, but obviously she's the leader. And Luffy has escaped, he's come back because he's looking for who's in charge, and she can turn people into stone. So I'm seeing the Medusa reference there, and he ends up going in her bath and sees her back, but because he's not attracted to her, he can't turn to stone, and then he's sentenced to death. And so I'm just at chapter 519. So far, Boa Hancock is a bit of a bitch. I feel like she's gonna turn the table on him. Let's see what happens. Because these women that rescued Luffy defended him, but they got turned to stone, so he's quite angry about that. But he's a good guy, so we'll see. That is volume 54 finished, and as predicted, Luffy is a good guy while he's fighting the Gorgon sisters, because they have obviously the hoof of the celestial dragon, even though he doesn't know what it is until Boa explains. And he says that yeah, he's a good guy and he's gonna have to go rescue, but yeah, he's gonna go and rescue Ace, so there's gonna be a big war. This will be interesting. But I'm gonna read the other volume tomorrow, and that'll be that arc done, and then I believe it's like 55, 56, 57 for the next 3 volumes. So we're making progress. I believe I have volume 54 somewhere. Yes, it's there. I got it out ready. It's been there for months. So yeah, I'm gonna go and just put my bookmark from book in there. Like what? So I just got in about half an hour ago, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna be reading volume 54 today, and I believe the Amazon Lily arc ends on 524, so obviously we're doing the Impel Down arc as well. So what we're gonna do is read volume 54 technically, but I'm gonna read to the end of the next arc and I'll let you know my thoughts on that. And then I'm gonna read probably the rest of the volume, and tomorrow I'll probably read 55 and then Wednesday 56, and then yeah, so let's go. Okay, so in terms of the arc, like I've just finished the entire arc. It felt more like just a place for Luffy to get to A to B with just a few various obstacles, but I did like the revelation of, you know, Luffy having Haki and how that's gonna affect later on. And we also got to see where all of the other Straw Hats ended up and all over the world. And Robin is in slavery. Like, she's just escaped from a lifetime of running and she's ended up becoming a slave building a bridge for 700 years. Why does everybody else seem to have ended up kind of places where they can be free, but Robin's in slavery? What? But Zoro's also ended up at the same place where Perona's ended up, so that's interesting. I wonder what that's going to happen. But apart from that, Luffy obviously is trying to rescue Ace from Impel Down, and there's a war brewing. A war is going to happen with Whitebeard. So let's continue onto the Impel Down arc. So I have finished it, a couple of hours later since I finished it, but interesting going on the way down to Impel Down. Like Luffy has kind of recruited Buggy, Mr. 3, and Bon Clay is alive. That's nice to see. And like they're just wreaking havoc as they're going down the upper floors. And it's like, well, Yugo was originally escaping. I feel like things aren't gonna go swimmingly well for them because it looks like everyone's waiting for them, so it doesn't look good for volume 55. But I'm liking the design of Impel Down. It really reminds me, obviously, like the Greek labyrinth. You've got the Minotaurs, and then you've got the Egyptian Sphinx. There's like a mix of like these dangers that they have to solve, and they're just not really having any issue. And then Boa Hancock has also told Ace that Luffy's coming, but he doesn't seem very happy about that, and I'm a bit like, yeah, something's gonna happen, because there's a guy that can basically inject poison, and that's a bit, it doesn't look good. And yeah, and also another interesting character called Jinbei, who was actually in the Warlords, who refuses to actually bow down to this war because obviously Whitebeard is coming, and there's a lot of characters. Everything. I'm like, things are gonna go wrong, but I don't know how. Let's just see what happens. So I will see you for the next volume. Hello, I didn't mean to be got. It's been a couple of weeks since I picked up One Piece. I think it's been about 2 weeks. I wanted to try and get it done within the stuff, but things have been happening. I've been working on my second draft. It took a lot longer for like the couple of chapters. I haven't been very well, just excuses. But I have got 2 volumes left of the Impel Down arc. Like, I think I am gonna get a bookmark and put that there. So the job of today is to get this volume read, and then I will probably finish this off tomorrow and hopefully get this video up because I'm gonna try and get this done. So yep, let's just jump straight in. I remember they were running away from like the Navy officers. Obviously Luffy was trying to rescue Ace, and he just keeps running into obstacle after obstacle. So let's go. Wasn't expecting Luffy to get poisoned. I mean, I kind of guess I did, but I didn't think he was gonna lose, essentially. He doesn't have that much plot armor. And then Bon Clay has gone back to rescue him. That's crazy. Like, I suppose it's like, yeah, there is hidden danger in that, and that Luffy's gone to rescue Ace, but in the end he's kind of like failed to get him out of the prison. So that threw me for a loop for once. So yeah, I'm glad it didn't take the predictable ending where he actually reached him and he actually lost the battle. So I like the stakes that are at play here because Ace's life is at stake. So I think the plan is I am going to finish this volume because I'm like, I need to know where Bon Clay is going to, like, this queen person or king, I'm not sure, and to help Luffy because Luffy is dying. Luffy is actually dying from poison. That's crazy. So yeah, I do like the prison guard is helping them. Like, why is he helping them? I'm a bit confused about that, to be honest. Is there something else going on there? But yeah, let's So he didn't get to Ace in time. He didn't get to Ace in time. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. He wouldn't get to Ace in time. But he managed to heal in less than like 10 hours. Good willpower with a bit of gender bending. Not what I expected from One Piece, to be honest. Well, to be fair, being able to manipulate hormones as well. And we got reunited with Crocodile. And Luffy has freed most of the prisoners from Impel down. Like, there's the running out of the prison. Like, this is the most ridiculous panel. It's just, you think, like, all these people he's just running out with his former enemy. And we obviously met Jinbei earlier and got to know him, and then Luffy. I feel like there's kind of something going on between these two. I feel like Jinbei will be more of a recurring character in the future, maybe, from what I can put my feelers out. But yeah, I just knew he wouldn't reach it. He knew he wouldn't reach it. I have one more volume to get through, and then I'm done with this arc. So that is tomorrow's job. So I will see you tomorrow for some of volume 56, for some of volume 56, and then we can move on to the Marineford arc. I will say the politics in One Piece aren't too complicated to follow. Not like, you know, Game of Thrones politics. Like the books, not the TV show. The books are complicated to follow. Because obviously the kind of basic like power dynamics, but there is definitely like, because obviously there's been a lot of plot threads that have been put by Oda, and there's a big politics shift happening with Whitebeard. There's a big power shift happening with Blackbeard and him rising up. So all of this has been put back further in the early volumes when they were all having that meeting, and then Shanks and Whitebeard were having their meeting. So it's there's going to be some sort of conflict. Well, there's going to be a conflict with Ace's execution. It's all riding on Ace, and I hope Luffy can save him. But we'll see how that goes. Hello, welcome to the kitchen, aka the lounge at the moment, because we're having the lounge done. I have finished my writing for the day, and I've finished part 1. It's taken me a month. I'm quite happy. I'm going to have a break on Monday, but then it'll be straight back into part 2 tomorrow because I'm working a festival. But I think the aim, obviously I have some of volume 56 to get through, so I am just going to go and jump straight in. I'm just going to go straight in and read till chapter 550. And then leave it there, and then that will be the end of the Impel Down arc. So I will see you when we're there. just finished the arc and Luffy has managed to escape with the help of obviously a load of others and being able to grab a warship. Do you know what? Jinbei as a character is really growing on me. I really like Jinbei. And also like Mr. Two helping him and Bon Clay sacrificing himself. Just, it's quite a good arc. It isn't like up there with one of my favorites, but I like how everyone sort of banded together, like all his former enemies banding together to help him to rescue Ace. And then you got Buggy scheming about, oh yeah, I can these people who rescued me, they're all gonna follow me, so Buggy has now started a cult or something. So, but yeah, it's, the arcs ended with the Ace going to their execution, so it's a matter of time before they can race him. And then Blackbeard's, obviously he's supposed to be a warlord of the sea, but he's gone for this prison god who killed everybody who I mentioned before. So things are turning, but you know when I said yesterday like there's a big war that's happening, the next arc is going to be that war, I assume, because, well, Ace and Luffy are all at the centre of it, so there's a bit of political shift happening. So yeah, again, in terms of arcs, I enjoyed it. It's not one of my favourites, but I'm excited to see how the next arc goes. That's what I'm looking forward to. It's the lead up to that arc. So yeah, I give it like a solid 4 out of 5. Just not my favourite, but thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time for the next arc.